know it ain't minute like 6 though. Never need an intro. Yeah, even through the talk and all the chatter, I could show them that I know my family matters like a Winslow. Outdoors smoking Indo.
And welcome back to another CGS video. I'm your host CGS, and today we have yet another prediction video. Today we are looking at the NFC North. This division's really weird. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I ain't got no hate comments I gotta read today. You know, all those motherfuckers they deleted their comments. If you want to go check that out, it was pretty funny. We just gonna jump straight into the action today. NFC North. Let's go ahead and get into it. And the first team we are looking at in today's video is the Chicago Bears. Obviously, the worst team in football last year. You know, the numbers really show that too. You know, offensive wise, you're only getting about 307.8 yards a game, 130.5 through the air, and 177.3 through the ground. Only scoring 19.2 points a game, which gave you a bottom 5 offense with the 28th best. Defensive side, not really much better. You know, only getting 375.9 yards, allowing those yards a game. 218.6 through the air, 157.3 through the ground. Giving up 27.2 points a game, only a -2 turnover differential, but you know that's the 29th defense in the league, bottom 5 both categories. And we all knew something had changed with this team. There's something needed to be done, right? And that's why you brought in DJ Moore. You acquired DJ Moore in a trade for the first overall pick. Obviously, you gave up some future comp. Oh, you also gained future comp, not gave up. And like I said, who's to say Justin Fields can't make this leap? Obviously, we've seen how it happened in the past when Stephon Diggs went with Josh Allen in Buffalo, and how A.J. Brown was just in Philly with Jalen Hurts. And who's to say Justin Herbert can't make that leap? These other two dudes did. They got their true receiver ones, and they played better. And I'm expecting that from Justin Fields this year. I think he will play better this year. But honestly, this team is still so young. You know, you got Chase Claypool, you got Cole Kmet, not the flashiest dudes, but these are role players. Khalil Herbert shined last year when he played. Obviously, injuries held him back last year, but I think Khalil Herbert is going to be not one of the better running backs in the league, but he's going to help this Bears offense a lot. You also signed Donta Foreman in free agency. You brought in PJ Walker to help out, you know, Justin Fields. Trevor Siemian's there too. He's really not going to help out just the way Bears fans thinks he is. Obviously, you know, that's the veteran help just in case. But I do think this is a young team. Obviously, the Roquan Smith trade happened middle of the year last year. But you brought in T.J. Edwards and you brought in Tremaine Edmonds, two really, really solid linebackers to help out that middle of the field on the defense. Your DBs, Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker, and Kyle Gordon. You know, those rookies last year, Kyle Gordon and Jaquan Brisker, you know, they shined. You know, Jaquan Brisker even led this team in sacks last year, which is really weird considering, you know, but really not surprising. Like I said, these guys are all still young. This is a young team overall. Obviously, you had to beef up that offensive line with your draft picks and Darnell Wright from Tennessee. Offensive line was really bad last year, but this team is just very, very young. Like I said, these guys, you know, yeah, they filled a lot of holes, but there's still quite a bit to be filled on this offense before we can actually say like the Bears can actually prove that they're gonna win more games than they did last year. I think they'll win more games than they did last year, but they haven't made that improvement. They haven't improved enough, I should say. This team is still very young, still got plenty of holes. New coaching staff, obviously. Like I said, I just don't see the Bears making a huge leap. I think they'll start slowly making leaps, but I think this team is just gathering assets that way they can win in the future. Obviously, that doesn't really work out too well, but I think that is their plan, and I think that, you know, as after this season, maybe this next year, the year after this year, they'll be even better. And they're just slowly making improvements, but I really don't see a huge leap from this past year to this year. Now, looking at Chicago's schedule, you open up week 1 against the Packers. I think you win this game. You start the year right. Obviously, you get Bears fans a little excited, but let's slow it down a little bit. No, week 2 you get the Bucks. I think you're gonna lose that one. I already said the Bucks win. Play the Chiefs. That's a loss. I think you'll lose against the Broncos, so let's count that as a loss. You're 1-3. I think you beat the Commanders, 2-3. I think you lose to the Vikings, 2-4. I think you lose to the Raiders, put you at 2-5. I think you lose to the Chargers, put you at 2-6. I said you beat the Saints. Saints tend to drop a few games that they should win, so that puts you at 3-6. You beat the Panthers, 4-6. You lose to the Lions, 4-7. You lose to the Vikings, 4-8. You going into your bye week 13, 4-8. You come out, you lose to the Lions again, 4-9. Browns, that'll put you at 5-9. I think you win that one. Cardinals, that'll put you at 6-9. You'll beat the Falcons, that'll put you at 7-9. I think the Packers, you sweep the Packers this year, that's gonna put you at 8-9. I say the Bears finish with an 8-9 record to end the 2023 season. Obviously, that's only 5 more wins than the previous year, but that's improvement. You won 5 more games, so you went from 3-14 to 8-9. That's improvement. I know it's still a losing record. You're still gonna miss out on the playoffs, but that is improvement. That's all the Bears need. And if they can take that improvement, keep it pushing into the season afterwards, this team will be where it wants to be, not where it needs, but where it wants to be. Justin Fields will be top tier quarterback by then. I believe he's entering top tier level now if the way he's playing, but I do see the Bears going 8-9 this next season. Next team we are looking at is the Detroit Lions. This team is gonna be really fun to watch this next year. Let's go ahead and get into the stats. So last year they finished 9-8, averaging 380 yards a game, 251.8 through the air, 128.2 on the ground, scoring 26.6 points a game, fourth best offense in the league. Here's the other part though. Defense, 392.4 yards given up a game, 245.8 through the air, 146.5 on the ground, giving up 25.1 points a game, plus 7 turnover differential. It's really good. 32nd best, the worst defense league, 32nd, bottom tier defense, worst defense in the league. And that's just numbers. Obviously, this defense played better than what it seems, but that first half of the season was just rough for this team, and it showed. That's why their defense was terrible. However, they went and improved. Here's what they did. Obviously, Emmanuel Mosley, not the best DB, but a solid upgrade. No, you traded away Jeff Okuda, gave him to the Falcons. Okay, cool. So now, Amani Oruwariye, I don't know what's going on with him, but you went and got Emmanuel Mosley. Great pickup. Really is going to help this defense. Got Cam Sutton, another great DB that can help this defense win. Then, obviously, you traded David Montgomery. You signed David Montgomery, not traded David Montgomery. You signed David Montgomery, helping with the ground game. Obviously, you traded away DeAndre Swift, and you lost Jamal Williams to the Saints. Everything, you brought back Marvin Jones. You signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson, another big asset to this defense. I believe Chauncey would be a top 5 at his position if it wasn't for his fucking ego. If he would just play ball and just if he was humble. There's nothing wrong. Like I said, I have no problem with people expressing how they are. But if he was just a somewhat humble in what he did, he'd be so teams would want him. There's a reason why nobody wanted to sign him other than the Lions. But I think the Lions got a great deal for him, only 1 year, $8 million. He's going to come in. He's going to help this defense a lot. And obviously, this defense is young, like I said. But, going back to the offensive side of the ball, you brought back Marvin Jones, a longtime veteran who played for the Lions. You lost DJ Shark, yeah. But, the rest of what this team can do, you're not going to have Jameson Williams for a few games if that suspension stands, which I believe it will. However, you went and got David Montgomery. Now you traded DeAndre Swift, but you brought in Jamar Gibbs. He's going to be really, really good. He can run the ball. He can line up at receiver when needed. You said, and you signed the tight end, Sam Laporta, second rounder. He's going to be really good. Obviously, you traded away Hawkinson middle of the season last year, but this Sam Laporta, he's going to come in and do some good things. He's going to be the starting tight end off rip. You brought in Jack Campbell, well, you're the second first rounder. He's going to come help that defense next to Anzalone. Aiden Hutchinson, one of the better rookies last year. He played really well. And no, this team is just, it all starts with Dan Campbell. The fire he brings to this team and the way they work over there, it's going to help these guys a lot. And we saw it last year. These guys almost made a playoff run last year. It came down to the final week of the season. And I truly believe if Jared Goff is playing well on all cylinders, you got guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got guys like Marvin Jones. You got Josh Reynolds. You got guys, like I said, the 2 running backs, Jamar Gibbs, David Montgomery. You're going to have Jameson Williams the second half of the year. He's going to come back healthy. You would have had him the whole year if the whole suspension thing didn't start. You got Sam Laporta. You got a good offensive line. What's stopping this team from actually winning at least 10 games? I think this team has a legitimate chance to win this division. And honestly, obviously the Bears, they're probably not going to go anywhere. Obviously they're going to do a little bit better. But I truly believe that this is the Lions division for the taking. Obviously the Vikings are going to be the main factor. Nobody's worried about the fucking Packers. I'll tell you that fucking much. No one's fucking worried about Jordan Love and that dog shit ass team they got over there. I promise you that much. But like I said, this it's just this team can do such great things. And I'm really excited to see how this team plays this year. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Detroit Lions schedule. You start off the season, the first game. You get to play the Chiefs week 1, and guess what? Sorry, you're gonna lose. You're gonna start out 0-1. But it's cool though, cause look, you got the Seahawks week 2, win. Falcons week 3, win. Packers week 4, win. Panthers week 5, win. Bucks week 6, win. Then you drop a game into Baltimore, so that puts you at what, 5-2. You beat the Raiders week 8, 6-2 going into your bye in week 9. You come out, you play the Chargers. I'll say you lose that one. It puts you at 6-3. I think you beat the Bears 7-3. I think you sweep the fucking Packers. That puts you at 8-3. I said you drop one to the Saints. I put you at 8-4. You're gonna beat the Bears again. That's gonna put you at 9-4. I think you beat the Broncos. That's gonna put you at 10-4. I think you drop one to the Vikings. That's gonna put you at 10-5. I think you're gonna end up dropping one to the Cowboys. Gonna put you at 10-6. And I think you win the last game of the season at home against the Vikings. Will put you at 11-6. And I know for some people, 11-6 for this Lions team is going to sound crazy, but I truly think this team has what it takes to win now. I think they're ready to win now after all these years of trying to improve, not getting anywhere. I think this team has what it takes now. They brought in a bunch of guys, a bunch of new faces, and a bunch of veterans that know how to win. A lot of these players know what it takes to win, knows what it takes to get to the playoffs. Jared Goff's been to the Super Bowl. He knows what it takes. And I truly think this is the year the Lions will show us what they are truly capable of. The next team we are looking at is the Minnesota Vikings, a team that really kind of surprised everybody last year. Very weird team. Let's go ahead and just get into it. 13-4 record, led the NFC North last year, averaging 361.5 yards a game, 263.8 through the air, only 97.7 through the ground, scoring 24.9 points a game, which gave them the 7th best offense in the league. Defensive wise, it's like the Lions, complete opposite. Yards given up, 388.7 a game, 263.6 per game, or 65.6 per game, 123.1 rush yards allowed, allowing 25.1 points a game, plus 2 turnover differential, which isn't bad, but the 31st worst defense. That's the they're it's just like the Lions, very good offense, dog shit ass defense. And this team didn't really get better. They got younger in a sense. You released Eric Kendricks, you waived Adam Thielen, and you waived Cam Dancer. Pat Pete also left in free agency to Pittsburgh, which left a lot of holes in this team. Obviously, you signed Marcus Davenport, help you out on that defensive line. You signed Byron Murphy Jr., be your corner one. You re-signed Alexander Madison. As of right now, as of recording this, Dalvin Cook hasn't been traded or released, but is to be expected. And so Madison's gonna become that number one running back over there. And honestly, they really didn't make any other significant moves. You re-signed C.J. Ham, and you picked up Jefferson's 5th year. But like I said, it's really nothing else that y'all did. Obviously, y'all went and drafted Jordan Addison, really good receiver. He's gonna help this passing game a lot. You still have T.J. Hawkinson. Really, I think Hawkinson's a top 5 tight end when he plays. And then, like I said, obviously Dalvin Cook's not gonna be there anymore. And the defense is just really weird, and it's in a weird position. Obviously, you got Harrison Smith. He's that veteran, the defense side of the ball. You got Byron Murphy from Arizona. You drafted Mekhi Blackman from USC in the 3rd round, and you got Jay Ward from LSU in the 4th. And I said this team is just, like I said, it's just really in a weird spot because it's the offense has the capabilities to produce a lot of points and a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns that can help this team win, but the defense it just looks so weak, and it's gonna. I really do think it's gonna be the same as last year, where the defense is just really really weak and the offense is just really really good, high potent. But like I said, like when Byron Murphy and Cam, like not even Cam Dancer anymore, it's just Byron Murphy and Mekhi Blackman. Those are your 1 and 2 corners. It's just like obviously Byron Murphy he's not bad. All right, he's good enough to where he can play on an island when need to. But we really haven't seen anything from Mekhi Blackman. Obviously, he's a rookie. I'm just not expecting good things at all from this team because I don't know what to expect. Obviously, the offense is there, but where the fuck is the defense? Like, yeah, cool, you got Marcus Davenport, but you traded Sedarius Smith away. He was y'all's top rusher. Obviously, Daniil Hunter's still there. He's really good off the edge, but it's just, damn, like, what is this? What is this team gonna look like? They weren't bad last year, but they were bad in the sense that their defense fucking sucked. But I guess going into the season, we'll have to just wait and see how everything plays out. Looking at the Vikings schedule, you open up with Tampa Bay, I believe you win. Then you have Philly, you lose that one. Week 3, Chargers, you lose that one. Week 4, Carolina, you're now 2-2. First quarter of the season. Play Kansas City week 5, lost 2-3. You beat Chicago week 6, 3-3. You lose to San Fran week 7, 3-4. I say you drop one to Green Bay, that'll put you at 3-5. You beat Atlanta, then you beat New Orleans, that puts you back at 5-5. I believe you could beat Denver and Chicago back to back, will put you at 7-5. Then you go into your bye week 7-5, which is kind of good to have a bye week this late into the season. So you go in 7-5 at your bye week. You come out, you beat Las Vegas, you go to 8-5. I think you'll lose to Cincinnati, put you at 8-6. I say you drop one, you win the one against Detroit, put you at 9-6. I think you'll lose to Green Bay again, put you at 9-7, and then you'll lose to Detroit in Detroit. I'll put you at 9-8. I mean, obviously a 9-8 record is going to be really crazy, especially for a team that went 13-4 the past season. But if I expect the way, if the Vikings play the way I expect them to play, it's going to happen. We all know Kirk Cousins like to just, second half of the season he's not there. And obviously this defense is going to it's just not, I just don't see it happening. 9 games is a stretch, but a lot of those games are probably going to be 1-score games that come down to the offense driving down the field to win the game. 9-8, I do believe is a reasonable record for where this team is at right now, but that's what I see happening. 9-8 for the Vikings. And for the final team of this NFC North prediction video, we have the Green Bay Packers. And this is really the reason I was trying to hold off on making this video for a while, but god damn. Y'all remember last year how I would thrash Colts fans for being so fucking delusional and just so fucking stupid about thinking how their team is good? That's Packers fans this year. Alright? Honestly, who the fuck did the Packers sign this year that they got better? Nobody! They didn't sign nobody to help them get better. Nobody at all. Nobody. They had every chance in the world to go sign receivers, go sign better DBs, and what they do? Fucking nothing. You know what they did? They traded away Aaron Rodgers. We all knew that was going to happen. Before I start, let's go ahead and look at the stats. And before I get too deep. All right. Last year, it finished with an 8-9 record, third in the NFC North. Averaging 357.9 yards a game, 213.6 through the air, 124.3 on the ground, scoring 21.8 points a game, 17th best offense. Bottom half offensive team. Defensive wise, allowing 336.5 yards a game, 197 through the air, 139 on the ground, allowing 21.8 points a game with a +2 turnover differential, 17th best defense. Bottom half team, as I just said. But let me get back to what I was saying before I started going off on my tangent. The Packers did not sign anybody that got them better this year. They didn't. Not at all. I'm scrolling through the transaction list on your fucking screen. They didn't sign anybody helping them get better. No receivers. Nothing. I know sit here and argue all day that the Packers have the worst fucking receiver room in the league right now. I get it, Christian Watson, second-year player. He still has a lot of fucking improvement. Romeo Doubs, he played well when he played last year. You just drafted Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. You just drafted, I believe his name, you drafted Tucker Kraft in the 3rd round, and you also drafted Luke Musgrove in the 2nd round. 2 more tight ends after losing your tight ends last year. But god damn, bro, I'm tired of all this Jordan Love MVP, Jordan Love Super Bowl champ on the way. Y'all don't fucking have nobody to help him out. Y'all don't. Y'all have a bunch of 2nd and 1st year guys. I promise you, that's not going to win you a lot of games. And it just pisses me off because I get all these Jordan Love dick writers talking to me and shit, or on fucking Twitter and shit, thinking that the Packers are going to be good. What? No. What offseason did y'all fucking see that I didn't? And I get it. Jordan Love. It's going to be his first full year starting. I have no hate to Jordan Love. But do I think he's going to come in and actually play well with the shit he has? No! Christian Watson, second year dude. He's not a veteran. You got Jaden Reed. You got these two new rookie tight ends. Romeo Dobbs, second year. Like, come on, dude. Really? The only true veterans on that offense is fucking the offensive line guys, right? Like fucking, oh god, I can't even fucking think. But then you got AJ Dillon, and then you got fucking Aaron Jones in the backfield, right? You got Bakhtiari, and you got like, I get it. Like, I don't see anything good about this offense. And then like last year, I went on this whole tangent about how I thought this team had a top 5 secondary. They didn't play like a goddamn top 5 secondary at all. At fucking all. Yes, they played well in the second half of the season, but goddamn, this defense was tough to fucking watch. And then, obviously, Jair had the best game of his career against Justin Jefferson, and I believe it was a Week 17 game against the Vikings, right? Locked Justin Jefferson up, which was cool. I get it. But then here come all the Packers fans talking about, he was running from Jair. No, the fuck he wasn't. All right? Jair got fucking cooked in the first game, but he backed it up when next time they played. I get it. Y'all just fucking delusional. All this Rasul Douglas shit I'm hearing. He's a mid-tier corner. Oh, he led the Packers in interceptions. Yeah, they're fucking throwing at him. There's a reason why he led the team in interceptions. They're not gonna throw at Jair. They see Rasul like, oh, let's target him, or they see Stokes like, oh, let's target him. Like, honestly, when they play the Vikings, yeah, Jair's gonna fucking get Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison's fucking cooking. He's gonna fucking cook Rasul Douglas. Jameson Williams gonna fucking cook Rasul Douglas when the time comes. Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't get what the fuck y'all see in this team. Like I said, this team is just young. They're young. Matt LaFleur is a good head coach. If anybody's gonna find a way to win with this team, it's him. But I swear, this team is not gonna win as many fucking games as everybody thinks they are. This team is not gonna do shit this next year. I can say that much. Before we go on, I know like I missed a few dudes, so like we'll go talk about like they drafted Lucas Van Ness. No, that was their first overall pick. I believe he's gonna come in. He's gonna help Rashawn Gary, who's gonna be on the opposite side. Obviously you got Kenny Clark in that middle. You got a good coverage linebacker in Devondre Campbell. He's gonna be good. But it's the secondary I'm fucking worried about with this team. Yeah, Jair, he's a top. Let me stop. Top 10 corner in the league, right? I'm not saying top 5. I'm not giving you fucking Packers fans any type of fucking satisfaction on that shit. He's a top 10 corner in the league. But goddamn, do you think fucking teams are scared to throw at Rudy Ford or fucking Darnell Savage over the top? No, bro. I promise you they're not. Nobody's like, oh shit, Rudy Ford. No, bro. No one's fucking scared of Rudy Ford. You know who the fuck you are. That one fucking person always talk about Rudy Ford. No, bro. Darnell Savage, he's young still, I get it, but I don't think he's good enough. He's not. Unless he shows me something this next year, I'm not going to sit here and say he's good enough, bro. Obviously, Rasul is a mid-tier fucking corner. Eric Stokes, mid-tier fucking corner. That front seven, deadly. Love that front seven. That front seven is going to be great. Stopping the run, getting pressure on the QB. But the DBs, other than Jair, that's what the fuck I'm saying. And don't even start on the dog shit offense I just went about. I'm not going over that shit again. Fuck no. Let's go ahead and look at the Packers schedule. I saw a lot of people on Twitter going, oh, 5-0 before the bye. No, bitch, shut the fuck up. You lose to the Bears week 1. You beat Atlanta. You lose to New Orleans. You lose to the Lions. You win against the Raiders. You're 2-3 going into your early as bye week in week 6. That's not good. No bye week good is that early. Okay, I'll give you a win over the Broncos, right? No one really trusts what the Broncos is doing right now. I said you're going to beat Minnesota. You're going to lose to the Rams. You're going to lose to the Steelers. You're going to lose to the Chargers. You're getting swept by the Lions. You're losing to the Chiefs. You're losing to the Giants. You'll beat the Bucks. You'll beat the Panthers. You'll beat the Vikings again. And you'll lose to the Bears in the final game of the season. I have the Packers finishing with a 7-10 record. And it's like I said, I don't believe in this team this year. I get it. A lot of y'all people like Jordan Love. He sat behind Rodgers for a few years. I don't think that's going to make much of a fucking difference. I don't believe in Jordan Love at all, and that's my honest opinion. I don't think he can lead this team to many victories, and I don't think he will this year. Maybe give it one more year. Maybe try to go sign some people that are going to help you fucking win. How about that? But anyways, 7-10 record for the Packers. As the end of every episode like this, if the records I predict were to happen, long shot that they will, if they were, Lions would win the NFC North with an 11-6 record. The Vikings would place second at 9-8. Bears would place third at 8-9, and the Packers would place last with a 7-10 record. And if you don't like my fucking opinion, this is all opinion. This is what I think. Me, CGS, Kangard Sean, right? I don't care what you think. All right. I don't give a shit. So you come into my comments, I don't give a fuck what you think. Go make your own fucking prediction video. Tell me what the fuck you think then. But as always, thank you for watching another prediction video. Like I said, I'm trying to make these as best as I can, as fast as I can, without making it look, rushed. I don't want it to be rushed, and that's not what I want you guys to feel, that I'm rushing these out. But as always, thank you for watching. Tune in the next prediction video where we do in the AFC North.
Blood don't make you kinfolk. Loyalty is what I say.